Hello gang, welcome back to a beautiful morning here in Planet Zoo. That's right, the sun is rising, the animals are waking, and the people are still here, causing a ruckus. No, it's okay. I want to take you through a couple of things before we kick off. I finished a couple of things in the food court. You see I put these lovely signs in. We've got the Tassie Devils, Penguins, food court. I've got to do some more signage properly. We will be going off in that direction one day. Oh, something needs fixing over there. This is our lovely information booth that we stood up, and we got some staff there. This is the information booth just here. Moving into the food court, which is all signed up, and most of it's done. I don't think it's all completely finished off. I've put in this lovely little steamy, lit up, sort of natural looking archway here for people to walk through as well. Just thought I'd just break it up a little bit down here at the food court. And so forth. So let's go through quickly before we crack into what we're doing today. I've actually down here, I didn't know what to do with the toilets, right? So what I did is I actually put these lovely plastic curtains that are in the game across the top just to break it up a little bit, and so when people walk through them, they actually walk through them. How groovy is that, right? So we've got that going on down here in the toilets as well. All the gardens, like I said, are pretty much done and dusted down here. I got anything in here? I started putting things like little statues inside these little crevices and cavities and stuff. We've got the air conditioning going on the buildings here. I've got plants here. This is the building that people had a problem with this box here, and they sort of still do a little bit, but the more scenery you can build up around it, the more it can just stop the people being so impacted by the fact that there's a water treatment pump here or something like that, you know. So that's sort of the little break off I just put on it there. Then it's obviously staff can go around to the back here for the penguin section, which we'll get to in a second, because this is probably going to get a big change up. Around the back here, I've just decided to put some dining tables and stuff. I haven't fully finished out here because I wouldn't mind getting some TVs and things up around the place. Probably some better lighting, to be honest, because the lighting's not fantastic. Maybe something a little bit more entertaining around here. Maybe some like information about the animals itself. And still just haven't really fleshed out what's going on down here. It's pretty simple down here at Hats Fantastic and Hats Fantastic. I didn't realize I'd put two Hats Fantastics in. Well, you know what? Who doesn't love a hat? They're fantastic. Anyway, so plenty more signage to go there. The pizza pen has been given a facelift. The Mexcellent. Oh, I see. Play on words. Mexcellent is all done, and Chief Beef is all ready to go too, and everything's fully signed. With the roof, I've added these little big steam vents on the roof, like exhaust vents where all the deep fryers get extracted out on top and stuff. And there's like an upstairs walking bit too. And I've trimmed all the roof up around the top just to sort of let it go. I took that food court sign here and I put it over here as well. Down here I did a little bit of garden work. I was trying to be careful not to go within the Tassie Devil pen. And then, yeah, just a walkway. So still a lot to be done through here in terms of gardens and doing stuff up there. I put some benches around here and garden this area up. I've even put a little like carved out deer in there just as a bit of decorative stuff. You can see that big steam vent out there. And as you can see, we'll go to a bit of an overhead shot. Oh, we want that key. And that's kind of what it looks like from a distance. From a distance. That's our big food court area / some souvenirs stuff as well. Okay, so I like how we sort of go from the original building style that we tried to keep here into this. We fleshed it similar, but started to go into our own sort of style over here. People are talking over the top of me. I think that's the guy giving the tour. Once we get through the sun stuff here, the rain stuff, we'll crack on. Right, onto the penguins. We've got the world's smallest animals in the world's largest pen down here. I don't even know if we can see any penguins. There is a penguin right there. This little fella here, I can press G. He's okay. He's having a good time. He's loving his arena, his pen, whatever. And there's another one over there. But I think what we've got to do is let's hit pause now because I want the weather. And I don't want all the animals breeding while we're going to be doing some building today. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to turn this big pen in here. We'll have to do some adjustments and everything. But I think what we might do is make this the polar bear enclosure. Just because of how ridiculously large it is. I didn't realize that I was making it so big. I really have a problem with scale in this game. So the scale of this whole pond area is probably going to get reworked to be a polar bear enclosure. Now out here, because I've got a problem with the Galapagos turtles, you can see here we've got too many of them, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set a vet area with a holding pen for things like turtles or Tassie devils or kangaroos, and I'm actually going to put a pen out the back here that's away from the public where we can store animals until they grow up and until we can either release them back into the wild. So a bit like a conservation program just behind the scenes. However, today what we're going to do is we're going to fix the entranceway and the downstairs area into our viewing platform, right? So we're going to come down here. This is the viewing platform for the penguins where people can, you know, they can sit in here, they can watch the TV about the penguins, they get the information, vice versa over here. They can sit here at the viewing platform, watch the penguins swim around when they do. However, like I said, it'll all be switched to polar bears. We will move the penguins over to this side where we'll have another viewing platform. We've got a vendor here, which we're going to build them a little restaurant area. And on top of that, we're going to take some of this stuff here. So this is the stuff people hate viewing this stuff. They hate walking past it. They hate seeing it. It's a negative effect on the park. We're going to get some of those. We're actually going to put them behind the scenes a little bit underground, build them in down under here, behind the vendor where only the workers can get to. So an engineer can come down and go behind the scenes and work on that sort of stuff. Out of sight, out of mind, and no problems, right? So we've got a lot to crack on with down here. We're going to try and do a lot of this. We'll do most of this. I'll probably leave this half over here, and we'll get most of this built in down here. I want to get some better wall. I want to get some wall stuff in down here. I don't want to, as much as I love the cave look, I want to have some kind of building sort of walls up around here. So we might build the walls into the cave, keep the cave as like a bit of a ceiling, which might be nice. We can feed some lights up in it and stuff like that. But the entranceway definitely does need it needs a bit more sort of work to say. All right, so first things first, I'm going to actually go down here and we're going to put in those now, just so I know that they're done and out of the way. Don't worry about any of this sort of stuff. We'll worry about this later, okay? This sort of stuff. Let's come down now anyway. Let's just, what we're going to do to stop people walking down here basically, so people can walk up into here, we're going to set a bit of a food area here. So what vendor is this, by the way? Oh, it's just a memento. So we're not doing food. I was actually going to put, I might put some kind of food and drink vendor down here as well. We might have them behind counters. It's not a bad idea, you know. Yeah, I was, maybe we can give them a little staff room out the back as well then. Yeah, so what I was planning on doing was having maybe just a little square area here. Let's go down, let's grab our pathing tool. This one here. Pass, please. We're using this one. We want to align to the grid. We're aligning. No. Can't align to that grid. Yes. Okay, we might potentially, let's delete that, okay? Because I don't think that's working wholeheartedly. Now, can we align to the grid? Yes, that's better. Okay, luckily that worked out. Right, I want to make a little bit more area up here like this. Are we flattening the terrain? We are not. That's better. Yeah, you can kind of just whiz bang out a little bit of area for us here. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And it sort of hollows out the cave for us a bit there too. So it gives us a nice flat ceiling. Show the more you know. Right, I'll take a little bit more area down here. Will I? Will I or will I not? You know, I will not for the moment. Can that go there? It cannot go there. Right, once we get back here, so we might have, maybe 3 wide is the way to go down here. Okay, well, we'll go 3 wide. Eventually, though, we are going to have penguins at some point down here. once we switched out the polar bears to be in there. That's, oh no, that is the plan for the moment. Control Z. If you ever wonder and you make a mistake, just quickly Control Z. Alright, so let's get rid of that. I think we've got a bit to work with here now. Actually, I'm going to go back to paths, and I'm actually going to go staff paths only. We'll go with this nice red one down here. I'm going to align to the grid again, and I'm actually going to put this out here, right? Go one more. Yes, go one more. Actually, that'll be fine. Okay, so what we want to do down here is we're going to go facilities. We want utilities. I don't know if this solar panel will work underground. Imagine if it did, wouldn't that be a farce? Okay, what we want is we want temperature heating. I need you to kind of connect up to this. Okay, there's your entrance there. Now maybe I'm going to need to chunk out a little bit more area down here. We'll just say, let's put them under the stairs, hey? So I just wanted to make some room there so I could get these in. What do we need? We need water treatment. Potentially we need water treatment. Let's just see what we need here in terms of what we need. The facilities. Water actually, oh no, one in here. See, one in there would be perfect. But not necessary. But the water heating will be necessary. If it sits down in here, we don't have to worry too much. We can sort of regulate the temperature of the water. Imagine if solar panels worked underneath for power. Power-wise, we're pretty good down there. It's really just, what about transformers are better? It's really just going to be water treat. I'm just going to put a water one down. I'm just going to put both water down, actually, to be honest. I'm just going to move that off there so we can move around here a little bit more. Yeah, so we're going to go with the water here. I've got to get them on a bit of a grid, so I'm going to try and work everything on a grid down here anyway. Alright, so you're going to come. We're going to tuck you here, close to the stairs. I can build it in on the stairs then. Do I want to have you offset back? I don't need you to be. I literally just need you to be there, I think. Because the panels will actually go. Panels will go on the actual wall itself. You know what? And we've got a bit of room for later if we need to do any more. Yeah, that's going to be brilliant. What I'm actually going to do on this side, I'm actually going to set a staff facility down here. We don't need a small one too. And it can literally set like this. Yeah, into the actual rock. Oh, it's going to carve it out. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we've got a staff facility there. That's going to be brilliant. Do we need anything else down here? A workshop's probably not a bad idea, you know. Although, no, we've got a workshop upstairs. They'll be fine with that. They'll be fine with it. If anything, I probably should be employing a few more engineers, if I'm at all honest. Worry about that later, I think. How are we going to do this food/gift shop courtyard area? I don't want it to be too crazy. I mean, if anything, we could probably just put a vending machine and the gift shop. But the premise of it is having a bit of it like... Okay, let's get it in and just see how we go there. Let's go... so let's say we want merchandise. That's fantastic. Just a memento, okay? Say we want just a memento. Tucked under the stairs might be better, you know. Can I get you to build off this grid? I can. So if we have the counter there, right? That's fine. Okay. I think this will work. And then we'll put a doorway here that looks like it's just for staff only. Like, you know how shops have an out the back area? I think that'll be good. All right, so next, let's just get the essentials in that we're going to need. Drinks. What do you got? I think a pip shot. Who doesn't love coffee out of a vending machine? Am I right? I need you to work off this grid again, though. You're not going to want to do that, eh? But you can. Oh, okay. Let's just say this will be part of the shop front as well. Let's just say it'll go like here. That one there. Let's get a couple of in it. We'll get a drinks. We'll get a coffee machine in. Okay, who doesn't love a coffee machine like that? Toilet facility down here is probably not a bad idea, is it? Now, we could tuck the toilets at the back here. And they can be their own little entity. What if you have... Yeah, okay. We'll just have the one toilet block, I think. Okay, because people need to go to the bathroom. Especially if there's going to be coffee machines and such. Okay, food. Monoserve fry or fritters. Ooh, that sounds alright actually. Let's just say we're going to have that there. We're going to put all the vending machines together. And what's that? That's a pizza. You don't want your pizza pan. You don't want to... Well, I say you don't want your pizza out of a vending machine, but let's just say you want that and you want that. That's all we're going to give them. We'll give them some desserty sort of food, some donuts and stuff. We'll give them some fritters. We'll give them the coffee and the gulpy. And their energy levels will be bursting through the scenes. Now, what we'll do is we'll put in the furniture and stuff later, because what I kind of want to do in this corner is make it look gift shoppy. I don't know how we're going to achieve that or how we're going to do it, but we'll give it a go. Right, we're going to build our way from down, up and out, okay? And then we can cover this whole top area with a lovely looking building entranceway after. So first things first, it's just going to be easier to start with this. Okay, we're going to edit it and we're going to go to construction. Are we sticking with, what kind of look are we sticking with? We're in a kind of cooler climate section here. So what's going to portray that more? The stone, yeah, these kind of stone. I mean, it's a lot of stone then. It does sort of blend in with the wall. Do you want to run something that's not exactly like the wall, but is like the wall? Kind of not really. Let's see something like this here looks very gift shop though, doesn't it? This timber. That looks very gift shop. I swear. Walls, please. I think we're going to use this timber. We haven't used it yet. I think we're going to run this. We don't need to be putting these on here, but I will be putting them on regardless, just to sort of get a bit of continuity and look to what we're doing here. I kind of want you to be like, grid height should be. This doesn't have to be perfect. Be nice. It kind of does need to come out to there though, doesn't it? Needs to kind of go like that and then that. Yeah, you don't line up at all unless I do it there, and you give me a really bad corner then. It's because that doesn't line up and you need it to go on that wall and then like that. That's how you're supposed to do that. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, and then because you're offset here a little bit, I'll have to do some tricky stuff here. I'll put in some pretend flooring as well. So these here, they simply just do that, right? And then you've got the control panels on the wall there. That goes there, that goes there. We will not, I might mix up the look of it still a bit. We might put some pillars on here, but for the moment, no, hang on. You're like 2 back, aren't you? 2 backer. Yeah, you're there. Now, it doesn't matter if these, you probably won't see much of those because we'll build that out and up. But that's kind of the premise, and we'll put some pillars on the end here. And we'll put some grand pillars that go up as you go up these stairs to kind of flesh it out a little bit. The trouble is, I don't want to make it all just this one timber. It's going to be too much. So we're going to mix up the tones here. We probably might go to a stone above it or some kind of brick above it, which might look good. Down here for the moment, I'm just going to close it off until we actually need to do something with it. So I'm literally just going to close that off like that. Okay. That's literally how the back area is going to go. Now for this, I'm just going to do that. Okay. I'm just going to do that. Am I happy with that? I am indifferent about it, I'll be honest. Yeah, I am. Okay, well that's that. Let's see what other products we can use here in terms of, I mean, this terracotta one's a different look. We could stick with this theme. We were using a lot of this and it blends in with a rock. It is more timber. I did kind of, here's the thing, I did kind of want to come out and keep, look, we've got this stone here for the staff facilities, this look here, but we're using a nice brick here. I kind of want to keep the brick look about it. Red brick to me just screams zoo. I don't know why. I've been to lots of zoos in my time where they've had red brick look. I'm just going to click the T button here. So, you know, I'm going to stick with my guns. I mean, the terracotta's not a bad one. It's got kind of that nice look, but it might be just a little bit too much. Whereas the red brick, we can build our way out with it up here. Let's just have a look here. It's just going to be a matter of playing. And then what we do, right? What we do, how far out are you? Are you like there? I think you are. There'll be ceilings down here anyway. I will I'll put, so 2 big pillars there, 2 big pillars here. And what we'll do is we'll probably put a ceiling on somewhere around the back here. Well, this is going to get built right up. We might have actually high ceilings in here, which actually might be quite nice. Now I know this just looks like a little bit of hogwash at the moment, but trust me, once we get it in place, you won't really see the behind the scenes stuff, which is the whole point really. If we can come down, I know you've got some gaps in here. Yeah, the music didn't last long. That did not really work how I wanted that, did it? Really hard to get what I want there. I think I've stuffed up something. Yeah, I definitely stuffed that up. Okay, that'll do that. Did I stuff up something here? I did not. Now, typically you would think you'd have the brick on the bottom and the timber on the top, but I kind of like this. I think it's a nice little mix-up. Now, this here, I wonder if we should run something like that. Especially if we're going to have some pillars. I'll hold out on that for the moment. I'll reserve doing anything there with that. Ooh, now I just had a lovely thought that might actually be nicer. I don't know if we're going to suit this stair length here, but we take these, leave that one there, take that one out. How do you feel about this? Jeez, we're close. We are so close. I could put some trimming in there, so that actually isn't too bad. Because what I'm actually thinking is maybe putting some railing there and keeping that open to look down into this courtyard area. How do I want to do that? I like that wall there can stay there. I was thinking about originally just putting some glass in, right? So something like that. Which actually, you know, might be better. And then post. Maybe I'll put a big thick post in that corner. Well, I'll just put the glass in anyway. It'll be fine. Oh yeah, that could be quite nice as they come down, you know, and I've sent it to sit like that and like that. Have you got a thin piece you can slot in that area? Or do we just go with thick posts in that area and we go back to brickwork? Oh, that might be better. And then, yeah, okay. And I still like the fact that we've got the brickwork there, where I can put a strip in there. I'm actually down with that. So when they come down, it's protected, but it's still like glassed. So what we'll do, will we run the glass above it as well? Oh, the brick might be nice on top of it too. So it's just a small window for them to look through as they come down. And then we keep building our way out like such. Right? Now it doesn't matter that we overlap the stairs much, but I'll tell you what, we're not far off working on that grid pretty well, I'll be honest. And don't worry about the fact there is nothing. Now, I don't know if these walls will stay like this because I might make a flattened out area here with some decorative stuff here. But for the moment, we will plonk these walls up. You know what might be cool? Building a separate walkway that walks above this or bridges over here like a deck. How would you go about that, Ham? I don't know, to be honest. Now, I do apologize. Normally we would be doing this on stream, but because of how I've been this week, I just can't. So, you might, if there's little pauses, whatever, anything in while I'm doing this, it's because I've just gotten up, I've walked away for about 30 minutes, come back and had another reattempt, but I'm doing the best I can, okay, at the moment, ladies and gents. You just have to bear with Ham for a sec while I recover. But yeah, I couldn't not play. I just love this game so much, and with the new DLC that came out, it's nice to keep kind of going a little bit. I don't know how we're gonna. Here's the thing: we've got to somehow. Let's just work on getting. Let's work on getting this around here to this side, where we're gonna have to move a few things as well. All right, so let's get our timber color that we've got here. Do we want to stick with this timber here? Okay, so give me that. Do we want to stick with this timber here? And I think what we're going to have to do, we're just going to have to move a couple of things here for the moment. Let's put the bin there. Up, the bin's broken. Okay, pause that, unpause that. Move that. We'll just slot it in here for the moment, okay, and slot this. It'll all get a rework. Now, at what point do we keep? We might just go straight hard up to that behind here. So we'll keep running the theme we've got, okay? We will keep running the theme we've got. So let's go with this. Okay. Somehow we managed to get that. Not too bad, you know. That's a bit of a horrible corner. We can deal with that with a post. Anytime you're like, oh, that doesn't line up, I never worry about that. I'm always like, glass half full. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just put a post in there. Right, and that sort of sinks into the cave a little bit. Am I happy about that? Not really, I'll be honest. Can do that. Let's just see where this takes us for a little bit. And into the cave. So you've got a bit of a glitch there, and I don't like that. I don't like when things glitch out. That goes behind the wall, so it doesn't really matter. I don't like that. Maybe we can build a bit of a bulkhead out here. Be like that. And then our bin actually would now sit here, right? Okay. Yeah, there's always a way you can do things, get around things. Yeah, and we'll just sort of go to there. That is the edge there. And we'll probably do the same thing over here when we build out the bathroom. Right, so let's start getting this on top now. So we're not over here. We're going to keep this as the brick. Gosh, if I can sort it out here. And we start to hide it. It starts to get hidden into the actual stonework, which is actually really good. Because we don't want to have to build all that up. And we're keeping it easy by keeping the rock as the stone ceiling, okay? We'll keep our look there. Okay, we're going to there. Right, that's that in a hat. Let's finish off by fixing upstairs here. So let's come upstairs. So we can at least because it's subject to change, okay? All of what I'm doing right here is subject to change, and I'll tell you why. It's because we don't know how we're going to enclose it fully yet. Now I know I've got posts and things we can put in ceilings and stuff. But it'd be nice if we kind of kept a lot of this look down here open. Now I know I haven't done that with this, but what we can do, taking it there and there, right? Okay. So we're going to have on top of this here, I've got to figure out how we're going to have some kind of a building on it, or potentially some parts as well, or potentially we just put a fake building on it as decoration, which I'm all about. You don't have to have everything as a functional thing. It'd be nice though, because it would save us a lot of space with stuff. Comes to I'm having a similar thought here where I'd like to have it open, but at the same time I kind of would like to have it closed off as well. I'll leave that like that for the moment, I think. It's difficult. We're just gonna have to sort of play with it a little bit, I think. But what I want to do, because I don't know how I'm going to close off the top yet, and what we're going to do in terms, well, you know, we can chuck a ceiling in here. And what I kind of want to do is when I come up, I want to have some natural light come in here. So the best thing to do with this, because I know that this area here is the food court downstairs, so I'll bring this all the way along. Like I said, subject to change, not sure if it will or not. But I know this area here, it's sort of semi-boxed for the courtyard, is going to be pretty much like that. Right? So we know that's how it's going to look down there. And then I'm going to put a roof on it with some skylights. So we've got a lot of high skylight ceiling going on. And I don't mind that cave is a little bit like that. How would you go about that, Ham? Well, a couple of things. It doesn't matter what it looks. What's looking out. So what I'm trying to say here is when you're out here and you're looking here, you're just going to see what looks like a normal regular building up here. But down here, what I might do. Right, you're going haywire, aren't you? Okay, that's where I want you. Do I need any more in there? No, I don't think so. Now, remember, I've got to kind of be careful because we're going to utilize some of this area for when we switch the penguins over there. So I'm trying to not... I'm trying to not I'm trying not to go over there too much, but I think we've got to make an executive decision at some point that okay, sometimes it's quite hard working in these areas there. We've got to make an executive decision at some point that we're going to be coming across this way. You know, I'm going to leave... I'm going to put in the timber wall. Just so we can close off our bit of area that we're utilizing here, so... It's quite complicated when you start closing down these areas in here. Alright, come down for me, please. Come down to base level. There we go. So we know our courtyard comes out to, let's say there. Alright? And let's say we're going to close it off here. Yeah, and that's going to be the sort of open way there. So we can easily do something. Well, you know what would be nice up in here? Some big curves. So we're going to have a pole from here. You're just not wanting to play the game there, are you, buddy? You're like slightly... what if we... No, you're just... some curves here would have been brilliant. I wonder if we can do it and we can play with it. You're gonna have to come out one more, and I don't want you to. Come out with a flat piece. You bugger. Well, I said I was gonna have a big thick pole here. Right, so I said I was going to have a big thick pole there, which actually might work for us. I'll show you what I mean when I say big thick pole. We get this thing here. There's these lovely big, not that one, that's a brick one. I don't know whether we go round. Round might be just a little bit different, but not very good. There's these things that are huge, not big enough. You can put some ornate things in. There's timber ones, or no, that's stone, isn't it? Like a big stone column. But there's these kinds here, right? Now it's adding a different texture in here. Or we can go with the brick, you know, might actually work quite well. Because then we've got a bit of a pattern emerging. Right, so how far back? I kind of wanted you pushed back just a little bit further, I'll be honest. Yeah, that's going to dress that up. And then we bring that up. I was planning on using stone, a different stone, but I think this works too, you know. And then you just keep doing that. Right, and then what we do is we take this, we control click all the way down that tower, then we go duplicate an advanced move, and then what we try and do is we try and duplicate that straight across over to here. Right, so there's column 1. I'm actually going to take this one again. I was going to take the other one, but I'm not. Actually, I'm going to take both. Keep them even. Now, I know that we're in the glass there. It doesn't matter. We're not really worried about the top, remember, at the moment. We're actually going to shove this back here at that point. And we start to get this lovely 3D effect on the wall to make it look like it's working, and see how they're working in the corners as well, right? And then literally, I mean, we could just do it again here with a stairs join like that, and so on and so forth. And you get these lovely emerging patterns here we can start doing stuff with. And I think the last thing you need to do, if you want to start looking at finishing stuff, but see how it makes our round section here a lot better. We can actually put one in here too. I'll keep it nice, and I'll keep this one nice and half-half. Right, like that, and then sure, let's copy it and go up. Right, this is a good start so far. I was just like, I've been umming and ahhing about how we're going to get this place to look down here, and then I'm happy to keep that open, and then what we'll kind of do is we'll kind of just close that off up the top here, I think. What do you got in the way of, well, you do actually have curved walls. No freaking way, man. Curved brick walls. Right, and then we go back to our flat wall. Hard to, just wants to do its own thing. Yeah, okay, cool. And then what? You just have the same here. Where the heck are you? Wall! Okay, somehow you've gone right down there. Was that the only, that wasn't the only gap, was it? Here, back. You just have to play with the camera angles. Changing your camera button, if you're wondering, is the Z key, is the T key. T for Tom. As long as we can get this all closed in today, and then we get a good feel from where we can move on next time. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, okay. And then come down. I'm gonna have to add walls into that section. So Z. What I'll do is we'll add like a Where's that wall going? Here. We'll add like a fake ceiling under here. So we'll actually have 3 different levels of ceiling. It'll actually look quite nice down here. It'll have a good sort of flow to it with the skylights being right up high, bringing that natural light. Then what we'll have, let's just close out of all of that for a sec. Let's come down so we're ground level. So we're going to get this effect here with the stone wall, which is actually cool. We can do some cool lighting effects up and stuff. We'll put a ceiling in here very shortly. That there, I think it'll get covered up by the ceiling. It's okay. We're going to have to put up a bit of trimming just around here and trimming all around but where the timber meets the actual brick, we're going to put in a trimming piece along there, a foot stopper as well, like a kickboard, basically they're called. Getting the curve on there for the trimming is going to be the most difficult part. Didn't even think about it. We'll worry about that road when we cross it. We'll put in ceiling. Okay, so let's put in the ceiling now. Give me the ceiling sections, please. Now we're going to keep it fairly simple when it. Hang on. I said instantly. I'm like, we're going to keep it simple, and then I saw that we have these. And I was like, shut your face. Now you're not going to play nice, are you? Does it matter if it? Yeah, it does matter. It actually. Okay, so we're going to have to put in. Which way is the? Which way are they going now? We're going to have to put in more trimming. More. You can fix everything. you can literally fix everything. Trimming. That's architecture for you. When in doubt, trim it out. Okay. How are we getting you in here? That. Okay. Fake ceiling goes in there. Right, so the fake ceiling goes in there, right? So then we get a 3-tiered ceiling. We've got this stone ceiling, goes up to the timber with the brickwork, and then we're gonna have a big skylight one up there, which is gonna be nice. Give me, let's go back to do some trimming here for a second. Give me the walls. There is ceiling trimming, which actually, if you think about it, I don't know if there's roof trims. I don't think there's curved roof trims. That's the only trouble. Not really. Which is kind of odd. There's this one here. Right. That would sort of, you could darken it up and use it. Okay, well, we could probably use something like this. It's not really thick enough. But we could probably, okay, just give me this for a sec. It might be too thick for what I want. We'll just have a little play while I'm here. Let's just have a little play. We are snapped. Don't know exactly where you're meant to. We want you. Okay, so that's how that sits. Is it the same? It is. Okay. Kind of. Not really. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just go to here. It seemed way too hard for what we wanted to do. I'll have to come up with something different across the top there. Or I just literally get some brick and we do this. Right? No big drama. We just literally do that. Which kind of bores me a little bit. And then, but the trouble is you get this horrible brick effect there, right? That we need. Well, I could cover that with, I can trim that as well, I suppose. Your bricks are sideways too. Nah, no good. Let's go with stone. There's a stone pillar in here. There's a massive stone pillar. Can we use this concrete column? No, if you go here and go Asia, stone, and we go all. Stone, Asia. Here it is here, this one. This is the one I like to use. Okay, yeah, because it's got a nice, it works well against timber and brick. A nice dark slatey kind of feel to it, and the ends match. So it's okay to throw, I think it's okay to throw this in like this. We will actually use it all the way through here for the windowing. We'll put in some that's slightly, I'll actually sink it back. We'll put in a slightly thinner variant, but for up here, we'll put in a nice thick variant. You know what? We'll actually have you go. We'll put in this nice thick variant up here. We might have to put another pillar in here, but I don't think we do. And you know what? That actually works brilliantly with the stone effect up there. On hand, you just lost your... Yeah, actually that works brilliantly. It could sink down just a touch lower, but yeah, I'm okay with it. When you say thinner variant, I've got this one here. That's just a bigger variant. I've got this here. So what I actually want to do for the window trimming here, I want to go X. Now I was thinking about having it that way, right? But you've still got a bit of stone hanging up under there. So I'll have to think about it. I'm still going to do this for now. Right? Still going to do this for now. All the way. We're going to go all the way to here. I'm going to leave that then. Except for, how do you feel about under there? Okay, so this, control, duplicate it. We're actually going to pull this to the inside as well. That. Nice. Okay, then I'm going to take this as well. We're going to try and get a little bit tricky here with a bit of trim, because you see I've got a horrible gap just here where the stairs meet, so we can finalize a little bit of this trimming. I don't know if this is the trim we should use along there. We might use something a little bit thinner. I don't know yet, but what I'm going to hopefully do is get that like that. I might have to go my own angle like that. See if we can parallel this. Okay, that works. And then take it in there as far as you can. We're going to keep coming down. Under the stairs. Yeah, okay, so that's going to do that. That will trim it, but it's not really making me happy. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll fill that with something else. I think something a lot thinner. I think we'll put something thinner in there. I'm happy with that top layer up there. Yeah. Okay. That will kind of do us today, I think, ladies and gentlemen. I think the entrance in here is going to look quite nice, though. So you've got... that's not going to work. I can put a big sign up there, potentially, and lose that. That's horrible. I'll fix that later. We'll worry about that later. But that's kind of the... So down here, you can imagine, it's going to be busy down here. There's going to be people looking at polar bears. There'll be people looking at penguins. There's restrooms. There's some seating areas where you can watch the shows. And then we'll have the gift store. You know, the gift store, you can buy your little polar bear and penguin stuffed toys and t-shirts. And then we've got this lovely sort of glass. I love this glass feature. I think it works really well. And it'll be nice as you come down the stairs here like this. Just to look in and go, oh, there's the gift store. We'll hit that on the way out. We've got these lovely curved stone ceiling features in here. I think it's all going to look really well. We'll put some signage up. We'll get some lovely lighting in as well. And I think that can come up. It'll start to look really good. Then we're going to have to flesh out this top building section and redo all the grandstand stuff, that's for sure. Somehow, it would be nice to incorporate these grandstands to sit up in the buildings. That would involve building paths out, which is not hard. We can do it. It's just going to be fiddling. Alright, so that's that for today, ladies and gents. I hope you come back for the next episode, or hopefully we're live streaming again. We can complete some of this build. And I think what we might do next time is I might go into a bit of a time-lapse mode as well, just to see how we go. Alright, that's it from me. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more action. And get out of here.